3 days, for motorcycles, endless Norwegian beauty, fjords, mountains and as Gintas with Honda NC750X, Erikas with Honda Africa Twin, Andrius with Honda NC750X and me, Augustas with KTM 790 Adventure. First day. On Friday, after work, we hurry to pack our things and move towards our great adventure as quickly as possible. The weather in Norway is unpredictable, especially in May. Even if the temperature exceeds plus 20 degrees Celsius during the day, it can drop to zero in some places after sunset. Erikas and Andrius managed to finish the work earlier, so they moved in first, while Gintas and I started a little later. We left Gardermoen at around 6 o'clock in the evening. It was supposed to take us about 3 hours, 260 kilometers to the planned place of accommodation in Skåbu hytter, but after adding rest stops we took about 4 hours. That wonderful feeling of freedom when you ride out on your iron horse for the whole weekend. The weather is perfect, the less scenic section of the road causes only positive emotions. At Vingrom, we decided to turn to road number 250 and test the trip on slightly more interesting roads. After the sun went down, the air temperature approached 0 degrees Celsius, the hands and feet started to get cold, the snot hangs down, which stuck to the helmet when I turned the brake handle, and when I accelerate touching my upper lip. The road was fun, so there was no room for discomfort. We reached the goal. Staying in a cabin without amenities is a much simpler option than staying in a tent. In this case, the motorcycle is not loaded with additional items and weight, allowing you to enjoy the motorcycle control to the maximum during the trip. We were warmly welcomed by Andrius and Erikas. We chatted and shared the impressions of the first evening. Later we went to sleep. Second day. The second day was the most awaited, because we were getting closer to the breathtaking views and the whole day was supposed to be just pictures that make memories for a lifetime. We had a rough plan from the evening and headed towards Ada. We had to break up with Gintas there. Gintas took the E6 and the E136 towards Andalsens, and we turned onto the road 15 towards Geiranger. A really interesting section of the road over the mountain tops. There was still snow here in the month of May and the air temperature was only plus 4 degrees Celsius in the top. We took the turn to Road 63, which was supposed to lead us to Geiranger, but it was an unpleasant surprise. The section of the road was still closed. It is a road not cleaned in winter of snow, which is usually opening only on the 1st of June. So we had to replan the route a bit, but there is more than one choice to reach Andalsens. And we continued the further route along Road 15 towards Stryn, and at Grotas we turned onto Road 60. This section of the road is truly magical. Especially when you see the light at the end of the tunnel, your heart already feels that after leaving, you will be amazed by the sights of indescribable beauty. For a longer break, we stopped at the Ljona. We had to spend more time on this view, so the lunch meal were right here. After admiring the views and replenishing our hungry and bloated bellies, we moved on towards Stranda. In order to reach the goal of the trip, we had little breaks. An adventure-type motorcycle helped cover such a few kilometers, which makes it possible to drive shorter sections of the road standing up. It seems like a small thing, but if you spend the whole day rubbing your ass in the seat, this basic standing up gives a certain blessing. And finally we reach Andrius. This is already in our field. Gintas is waiting. We bought groceries at the store and arrived at the rented apartment. Stay overnight with amenities. Grill area, water, toilet, shower and all other possible advantages. We shared rooms and showered after a hot day. We started the process of food production. The view only through the windows and from the grill area is indescribable. We sat outside and enjoyed life until the sun went down and the weather cooled. Then we went inside full of excitement after a very scenic day. Third day. We packed our things and got back on the motorbikes. Basically, this day was supposed to be simple, just driving on the main roads. However, Andrius had an idea in his head. Why don't we visit one of the mountain tops to which gravel road leads to the top? There was no need to talk. As we say, so we do. And here without adventure it didn't work. It's true, we never reached the summit, there is too much snow. We try to ride a short snowy section, but Erik is not so lucky and he crashes on his Honda Africa. All's well that ends well. We helped to lift the motorcycle in a friendly manner, there was no damage, not a single sign. After all, we didn't come here to break motorcycles, so we didn't go any further. We found a picturesque place at such a height, we admired the views and went down. We continued along the E6 road to Gardermoen. Thank you friends for lifetime memories, good company, and fun evenings. Thank you viewers for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next trip.